Good afternoon. Today's March 29th. Beautiful day out. And this is my firewood bow. This is the white oak bow that was given to me, a stave was given to me, a log, and I made it into a bow. And I was shooting it yesterday. So today I finished just sanding it nice, getting it shaped up. The real rough spots I used 60 grit, then I went to 120 and then 230. And this wood's kind of grainy and porous, so you get it the best you can. You'll see some grain lines in the limbs and everything. And the tips, the antler tips, I leave them square, but and they're short. I'd rather have more working limb always. I always, every quarter of an inch working limb I can get, I like. So, but I shape them. And what I do when I shape them is I kind of go, I stand on this side so I can watch it. And I go up on the belt, and then I turn it around facing me, and I come on this side, and I go up. And then for this bottom, how it's curved, I kind of go like this here. I go up, and then I go back and forth, back and forth. I roll it, and it makes it nice and round. And then what I do is I sand it. And the bottom that always goes on the ground, I just round it a little bit. See? Just round it a little bit. I just go up, and I leave it a little thicker because it's going to go on the ground. And I start here and go up, and then I sand it by hand. Nothing fancy by any means. Also, I'm getting some staves ready because I'm going to offer some classes to make bows. I did most of the work on the wood. It'll be $700. I'll supply all the materials, the staves, the stain, everything will work together. We'll have to put it on a jig and fire harden it. We'll have to shape the bows, the tips, put the tip overlays on. And the most important thing of building a bow is getting the limbs to flex. That's called tillering. And we'll spend quite a few hours tillering to sand it to get the limbs to bend even, to make a bow out of it to your draw length. So I'm going to be offering about a half a dozen bows, and I'll take one person at a time to make the bow with them. I'll charge them, and when they're done, I'll take a new person on. So you can look at the video that Bobby made his first self bow. He was introduced to archery. That was the third time he ever shot, and the third time was with a bow he made with me. Okay, so I'm going to stain this today. I'm going to stain this with burgundy stain, and I'll show you what it looks like. We'll put some on. It's a little windy. It's okay. I just got a makeshift thing. I'm doing it outside just in case I spill any stain. I spill stuff all the time. So, and I got one more stave over here that I just got to heat up and get the limb straightened a little bit, and that's easy for me to do. I've been doing it so long. So let's put this up. We'll get some stain and we'll wipe it down, and we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, what we have here is Fiebing's burgundy leather dye. And if it comes out a little too red, well, then I'll mix another batch with some brown in it, and that'll darken it up. But the limbs are kind of brown, and I'm hoping it looks good. So here we go. I'm going to pour some on with your gloves. Okay. I'm going to start at the tip and get the string grooves. Make sure we get around the antlers. Good. Okay, we're going to make sure we get this good right around before we go any further down, we make sure we get the string grooves and everything nice, covered. Okay. Fold it up. I'm going to put a little more on now. Now there's a lot of grain. Looks beautiful grain, but you got to make sure you put the dye in the grain. You get it filled in. And the belly of the bow, the part that faces your belly, same thing. You got to make sure you get it covered good. Okay, this dries really fast and looks very nice. So what I did was I sanded this. I shaped it the other day and rough sanded it. And today I took my time. I had 60 grit, and 60 grit is almost like a rasp. And what you do with that 60 grit is if there's any like tool marks or any tapers you need to take down a little quicker, okay, you use that 60 grit. Make sure you get in by the shelf here good. Don't be afraid to squeeze some color in there. So after I used the 60 grit, I used the 120 and 230. I got to get a little more in that string, or in that shelf, a little bit more in the shelf. Got to get every drop of that white out of there. Good. Beautiful. Now it's time for another cloth. Just going to put this here for now. What we're using is paper towels. Once again, the back of the bow is the part that faces away from you. And it has that beautiful grain in it. And we got to make sure we get enough dye that goes deep, drips down into that grain so it looks nice. Takes some time, but it really isn't that don't take that long. So if you make a bow with me sometime in the future, you're going to be you're going to do the sanding and applying the stain after it's tilled and you're shooting it. So the hardest part sometimes is just because of the deep grain in this oak, just getting the dye to flow in it. Okay, I have to get more. I have to get more dye on this. I think that'll do it. Once again, this is burgundy. They come all colors. They got a green, but the green comes out really kind of bright, almost fluorescent. And a woman made a bow with me, a friend, and she put a little brown and mixed it, and it came out really good. So that was the key for that green, is she had a little brown mix, and give her a lot of credit. Came out beautiful. Duran, if you're watching, Yes, I'm talking about you and your beautiful green bow. Okay, I need to put a little more to finish the end up on this here. Sounds crazy, but I got nerve damage, so my hand goes numb. So my hand is going numb doing this. I'm almost done though. Hate to stop it here. I'm almost done. I had to get one more paper towel just to finish it up. Now you got to look and see if there's any white spots, wood spots that the grain that this didn't seep into the grain. For the most part, I got it. There's one or two pieces down here that I'll have to hit. Here we go. This should fill it. Let me check it out. Good. I think it looks beautiful. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see how beautiful this looks? Okay, I'll show you after it dries. But I'm pretty happy with it. See if we can get a little look at it. Looks beautiful. Think I like it. This leather dye dries really fast. So this is the burgundy leather dye, and I just wanted to show you how beautiful it came out, how it looks. Okay. And later on in the house, so there's nothing blowing around, no dust or nothing, I'm going to give it a coat of, actually 2 or 3 coats, but the warm satin polyurethane is going over this. But look how beautiful it came out. Very happy with this burgundy leather dye. Okay, just thought I'd share it. Okay, here's the first coat of warm satin polyurethane. My white oak bow is going to be named Firewood. looks good. It's going to wind up getting 1 or 2 more coats, but it's a nice looking bow.